lot going on. So we know about the marketing deal with Aspiration, the no-show job, NBA currently investigating, taking a lot of twists and turns there, but a lot of information and reports coming out about Kawhi's time with the Clippers. A lot of insiders, people who want to remain anonymous, saying that Kawhi's been a nightmare to deal with. A lot of stuff going on internally, behind the scenes, a lot of demands. They talk about his Uncle Dennis and kind of all the things going on there. I think a lot of the stuff he's asked for, not necessarily outside of the range of what a superstar of his magnitude should ask for, but Kawhi in the midst of that 3-year, $153 million contract that he signed. I think he's got 2 years left on that. A lot of reports saying that Clippers want to, or some amongst the organization want to part ways with him. Look to 2027. Yeah. but just saying, the juice hasn't been worth the squeeze during his time, been hurt a lot. Obviously appeared in less than 60% of the games. I think they've only won 3 playoff series during his time in LA. Obviously, when he came, they thought him and PG were going to bring championships. Must have forgot this is still the Clippers, ladies and gentlemen. They're still the Slippers. No matter how you rebrand, reshape, new arena, whatever you're doing, still the Clippers. But yeah, so according to one Clippers insider says, quote, "This has been a nightmare. He's an incredibly talented player when he's healthy, but as everyone knows, he's rarely healthy, and his camp is just so difficult to deal with. His time here, thankfully, is coming to an end soon." This was in the Dallas Hoops Journal. There was also an article by Baxter Holmes from ESPN today detailing, outlining, chronicling what it's been like with Kawhi, I think, over the past 6 years during his time in LA. But y'all, I just want to get your opinion. You hear the situation, the saga going on. But before we do, we got to talk the Clippers squad that they have coming, on paper at least, for this season.
It's nice. I mean, I'm listen. Okay, we can talk about the past. Yeah, it hasn't panned out, but when he was making these demands, he was hot, right? He was cooking like flapjacks out there. You know what I mean?
Just want a chip. I'm just, hey.
Yeah, chip, finals MVP. So I'm pretty sure, to come to the Clipper squad, he demanded a lot of stuff. You wasn't going to get him without it, so you got him and PG. So I'm pretty sure he was asking for everything that he can get his eyes on. I would have. Anybody would have. Like you're talking about where he was at that moment in time. So, you couldn't match. You gotta remember, he was going to make more as a Toronto Raptor. So for them to match it, they had to give extra shit, right? I won't. If he said I want half of Malibu, that shit, fuck it, let's go. Right?
Well,
I want free shit downtown, like whatever he wanted in that moment of time. They were going to give it. They were going to give it to him for him to land there. So that is just business.
And I think from some. So Baxter Holmes, a very well respected journalist, a person I respect a lot. I think he interviewed like over a dozen people, Clippers insiders, other GMs, people kind of just familiar with the situation. So a lot of people on the Clippers side basically they saw how that relationship with the Spurs and why that relationship tarnished, ultimately ending with him going to Toronto, winning a chip. Everybody, I think, agrees at that point, the trade, obviously sending SGA and all that to get PG. Kawhi told the Clippers, "I'm not coming unless y'all get PG." So Clippers frantically get that deal done. Everybody at that time, I think, PG finished top 3 in MVP voting that season with OKC. So everybody makes that trade at that point, but obviously that duo left much to be desired. But just looking at it, I think Kawhi was eligible for a 4-year, $220. He signed the 3 for $153 last year.
Mm-hmm.